Once upon a time in Storybook Ending. You're all outside John Noble's real estate firm, which is colloquially known as the castle. And then for just a moment, you're looking at a sort of beautiful palatial estate. John Noble nods slowly and says, "Of course, I'd be happy to help you. I am a wonderful wizard after all." And he sort of raises one hand up with the other at his side and he snaps. And words begin to fill the air around you.
Oh, hell.
Go ahead, go kill the Wicked Witch of the West. Yeah, that'll be fine.
You need her broom, Noble.
Do I? Sure. Yeah, give me her broom. John Noble reaches into his desk and holds something up. It is a book. It is an old copy of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. Dorothy just kind of splashes the witch with this tiny little keg of water, and the witch melts even faster. And in just a moment, she is gone.
You know, if we have her broom or her hat.
We'll say there is a pointy witch hat on top of the pile of goop.
Tom, if you need to get your, shall we say, creative urges out, you're welcome to paint the side of the library.
Hello and welcome to Storybook Ending. My name is Loxley. I use V, Veer, or they, them pronouns, and I will be your keeper of stories. With me today is Addie.
My name is Addie, the player. I use she, her pronouns, and I play the character Margie Gloucester, who also uses she, her pronouns.
We also have Danny.
I'm Danny, and I'll be playing Viola Thomas. Both of us use she, her pronouns.
Next we have Killian.
Hey there, I'm Killian. I use they, them pronouns, and I play Tabs the Fox, who uses he, they pronouns.
And lastly, Grim.
My name is Grim. I use any pronouns you throw at me, and my character, Orion Murrah, does the same.
We do not see a scene frozen in time. We don't see flying monkeys with magic warring over their minds. We don't see unspeakable monsters made of words in the shape of wolves and crows. We don't see a wicked witch or a jumping fox. We just see a calm scene of you all walking out of the forest. Orion, I think the flying monkeys have dropped you off just at the edge. They don't really want to gain the attention of all the townspeople.
Yeah, that's fine.
So they drop you off just within the forest. But by now your ankle is healed up anyways.
Nice.
From your magic. And we see all of you, the 4 speakers and all of the Oz crew. Dorothy, Toto, Scarecrow, Jojo, and Edward. I think that's all of them. Yeah, you emerge, I think, because it's not super easy to navigate through the forest. I think probably you have emerged, let me see, kind of at the corner street on the bottom left of the map. So you're like halfway between the library and the castle. It won't be that much of a walk, but I do think if you glance to the right, you can see someone on the side of the library with a bunch of spray paint.
Tom.
Oh, Tom.
So he doesn't get arrested again.
Oh boy.
Little guy.
Jojo himself glances over and then just pretends not to have seen anything. He like very pointedly looks away and is like, I have too much on my plate right now.
Good call, Jojo.
Good man.
Look at that heart of yours.
Oh yeah, very funny. Haha, look at my heart. By the way, Jojo is like bleeding out. He is so wounded from his fight with the word wolf.
Oh no!
Dang!
Did we not heal him last time?
No!
I don't think you did. Actually, do you say anything to that effect?
I think we need to heal him.
Jojo, don't you have a first aid kit in the police department? I know we're not far away.
Yeah,
Sonny,
and he kind of clutches his arm and then winces and he says, I'll be fine. I just want to make sure the kid gets home okay.
well, that's very sweet of you, dear. I would say your objective has met. Do you want to dispatch any of your officers? Really, Jojo, I would prefer she not see you bleed out.
I'm not bleeding that heavy, he says as he kind of wavers on his feet.
Yeah, we're gonna try and do some magic on him.
And Margie is still talking. She's like, and now you have poor self-insight. That is we cannot keep having these symptoms compound. Like, we need to get you to safety. And the police department is just right over there. You'll be with your friends.
Oh my god, Marge.
You'll be with your friends. I love you.
Friends!
Okay, so who's casting a healing spell on?
Viola is trying to do some sort of healing on him.
Okay, do you have an existing permanent spell or do you want to cast a new one?
I do not unless Vibe is going to help.
I think Vibe could keep him on his feet, but I don't know if it would actually heal him.
Yeah.
Alright, so which impulse are you using?
I'm using reason because medicine is reasonable and real and...
Yeah, fair enough. Makes sense to me.
Alright, let's see.
That's 3d6.
So I've got 10 letters.
Yo, very
They
nice.
are interesting combination. There's a lot of vowels again, which I guess is not a bad thing.
I see one.
I'm open to taking suggestions while I stare at these letters and wait for my brain to click in.
Ooh, that's a good one. Scab.
Okay.
That could definitely help. Hear me out. If you use the wild card as in E, you can do sear, as in burn the wound, which is apparently an ongoing
Ooh.
thing.
Yeah? That feels...
It works so well with Margie.
So well. Oh, 8 is good.
Oh, 8 works.
Oh, yeah, that would be helpful.
Absorb.
If you want to take all of this harm into yourself, absorb could be fun.
But I don't want to hurt.
Oh.
I was thinking more like absorb the blood, so it wasn't everywhere.
I really like
so he's kind
Xavier.
of cleaning him up.
Now we all
Xavier's
get a
been
savior spell.
Taken, I think.
What now?
Tabs already has the permanent spell of Savior. I guess there's nothing saying you can't
okay.
also cast it, but
What else could I do? It always takes me a little bit longer when there's that blank space because I'm
Mhm.
visual.
yeah, no, that it is hard to sort of see that.
I mean, I feel like aid would be a good one.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I think 8 works.
Like very straightforward. Just
Yeah.
help fix. Like aid as in first aid.
For sure. I think that works. Yeah, so you will be rolling an impact roll because this is affecting another character's spirit, but it will just be an average difficulty of 4. So any 4s you get will heal him up nicely. Crossing my fingers.
I got a 6.
Yeah. I think he's definitely not like fully healed. but this is enough to make it so he's not going to like pass out from blood loss or anything. What does this look like?
It's going to again be she's clicking her pen and concentrating really hard, looking at where he is hurt, and the word aid just over and over flows from the tip of her pen. And much like the bandage that wrapped around Orion's ankle, the word aid is just going to flow out and wrap around all the places where he's bleeding and sort of stop the blood, keep things tight and clean.
Yeah.
I think I want to make this a permanent spell, if that's okay.
Fair enough. It's good to
That's
have
a
a nice
good one.
spread of healing spells across the group, for sure.
Yeah, Helios isn't very helpful.
I don't know, maybe the second time. Maybe if you just cast it again.
Again!
Alright.
After Orion, I guess, would sit down and sees Viola fixing up Jojo. I think he's gonna come over and be like, need any help?
To Viola or to Jojo?
Both of them.
I think we're set. How do you feel, Jojo?
Wait a second, Orion. Didn't you have an issue with your leg?
And I fixed that.
It's all good? You don't have to see a hospital or need a splint or anything?
I would rather not go to a hospital.
Does anybody need a splint? Well, oh.
Do you just carry splints on you, Margie?
We are right by a forest with twigs and sticks and items.
Okay. That's less fun than what I thought, but okay. I thought you just carried medical splints around with you.
Oh, I'm not that kind of gal.
What, you don't? No, I think Jojo is looking considerably better, and
Good.
again, not like fully healed. He should probably still go to the hospital after this, but he's not gonna, he's not unstable.
He's not going to traumatize the kid
He's not gonna traumatize the kid by fucking dying.
by dying.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna traumatize the kid further.
There we go.
Yeah.
He actually he must be feeling better because he jokes a little and he says, "Man, I thought the Tin Man was supposed to be like invincible. God, I wish I'd gotten that trait."
I like him.
Let's just be honest here. I would have to call you RoboCop if you actually turned into 10.
Maybe it's for the best. Maybe I'd rather just bleed out. Can we any
Mm,
points at the castle?
Yeah. No one likes my jokes.
Yep, we're hurrying.
Jojo pats you on the shoulder, Orion. Up to you whether it's condescending or not. But I liked your joke. He starts heading across the street to the castle.
Before we kind of like fade over there, Orion's just gonna like kind of double tap his suit that is kind of ripped to hell from getting bit by a dog and attacked by tree roots.
Mhm.
And he's going to use fix on that because he will never let Noble know that he has had a hard time. So we're going to fix up that suit.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to make you roll since you're just mending fabric. There's not really much of a chance of failure. You could just keep trying since you're not in a stressful situation.
Nice. So back to Dapper Orion.
It's not affecting spirit or anything, so I think it'll just work.
Nice. Thank you.
That is a very useful ability to have. Damn.
Thank you. I find it very cool.
Oh, I should probably mention, now that you're getting closer to the castle, you notice something is off.
Oh.
Great.
Oh,
Stop that!
that laugh.
I think it was hard to tell before because of the kind of angle you were at across the street and sort of within the woods. It's a castle. Not like a capital C castle. It's like a castle. Very small, kind of like the fort in the woods, where it's kind of squished in between
No.
these two buildings. But it is like in a medieval style castle. More like a palace, honestly. Like it's very fancy.
Yeah.
And that's the same
Of course.
that's the same place as like John Noble's and Orion's confrontation, or did he get an upgrade in between?
Probably got to upgrade in between.
It is the same location, and I think Margie and Viola saw it briefly turn into this same sort of palace, but then it changed back. But it seems like
okay.
over the time you were in the forest, it has more semi-permanently changed into this palace.
Oh, great.
Well,
How much you want to bet there's going to be guards, actual guards, not just little people.
Ooh, let me take notes. That's a good idea.
I want to know if he still has a front door camera.
Well, with-
door camera with that business going on. It's gaudy.
With any luck, it'll get changed back when we're done all of this so that we don't have to look at this eyesore for the rest of forever.
Like time and place.
So, is there a door, like a big old oak door or something?
Yes, there's a very grand set of double doors, and there's these big knockers on them.
Ryan's not even gonna knock, he's gonna try to open it.
Yeah, I don't think they open.
Let's see.
Whether because they're locked or because they're just very heavy. Killian, god damn it. You can't say that.
You're the one who said it!
You're the one who put the eyes emoji. Okay.
Sorry.
You know what? I'll save that for when we. Yeah, I'll save my luck today. Orion's not gonna knock.
Viola will.
Yeah, you using the knocking devices?
I'm not gonna call them knockers.
No, we're not. We're certainly not. Not anymore. Goodness gracious. Okay. So you knock on this door and it kind of resounds through the thick wood of the door. And then after a moment the door slowly opens. And man, I wasn't gonna have there be actual guards, but that's kind of dope. That's kind of cool.
Why do I even talk anymore, guys?
Good question.
The doors open up and you see a pair of guards and they immediately shove something towards you and you realize it's a few pairs of green spectacles that seem to have some sort of lock like around the headband. Like goggles sort of thing. And they say, if you want to enter, you must wear these. The wizard has decreed it.
The wizard has decreed we look silly. That's very noble of him.
He's too cheap to actually paint things green.
I don't know what you mean. Things are very green in here. Even you're green,
Are they wearing the goggles?
says the person wearing the green spectacles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think I'd be able to bring this part of the book out, but
Can I cast decoy and make my own green goggles that don't lock onto my head?
yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I do think this might be a roll
Yeah, I figured.
because if you fail, there could be a consequence here,
Okay.
which is kind of the
I got a 6, a 2 and a 6.
nice.
Let's go,
Okay.
Viola.
Nice dog.
Yeah, you do these, and they say, one of the good witches.
Yes, thank you.
I think Orion's going to hold his hand out for those goggles.
The Viola ones or the
The ones that the guards are having.
okay, yeah, they hand you one.
Can he break the first pair he gets? Just snap them in half?
Okay, well that was rude.
Like, does he feel like he can snap them? Does he feel like he can snap them?
I think you can snap them.
Okay. And then he's like, I don't like noble things.
Okay, you can hang out here then, bud. The wizard is a very powerful person. He does not have time for.
The wizard is a idiot.
Do we know you? First of all, who are you? Do we know you? Have you
Wait
been?
a second, aren't you that motherfucker who tried to push me outside when I was here last time?
Orion, hold on a second. Are you a local? Or did he hire you from out of town? Because I'm not quite sure you know how Fox Jumps works here.
And he kind of coughs into his hand and he says, I'm I'm Greg. I'm a regular down at the Lazy Dog. I'm sorry, he's making me do this.
How is he?
Look at my outfit, it's ridiculous.
How is he making you?
But I'm getting paid good money.
Good money? Are you sure it's good?
Look, I gotta feed my kids.
I could feed your kids.
That's weird to say. Not going to lie.
I mean, in fact, I will give you a heavy discount if you just let us in.
Okay, this is gonna be a check.
Bribing the monkeys didn't work, but maybe an actual local named Greg?
Yeah, maybe. Go ahead and roll. Which impulse do you think you're using here? I could see. Well, you don't have any renown right now.
No, I don't. I do have one style. Would anybody like to perhaps boost me? Be like, yeah, it's Margie.
You know what? I'll use a spell to help out, and I'll use gain to help out, and I'll just gain a stack of money. Yes, it's temporary, but I can still use it as a hey.
That seems like a dangerous precedent. Unless you mean like a stack of your own money.
Yeah, a stack of my own money.
Can we do like, okay, gain money or gain trust? I was kind of going more like a.
No, we've established you can't really gain like abstract concepts usually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I had to really work to gain entrance last time I was here.
Gotcha.
You're not gonna have an infinite money spell, but if it's your own money and you're just like teleporting it to you,
Yeah, I'm just gonna
I can have you roll.
grab like a small stack of my money, like like $1,000 just in 20s. Let me grab 3 and put in my dice cup and be like, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I got me a cool little dice cup. Let's see what we get, guys. That is a 1, a 4, and a 6. Haha!
Okay.
Yeah, the guard's eyes go really wide, and he says, "You're the good witch, I don't know how gender roles work in the Wizard of Oz. Warlock? You're a good warlock?
I just have money, and I'm better than noble. How about that?
Yeah. I also just rolled, and I got a 6 as well.
On your 1d6.
Yes.
Yeah. I think between the two, it's there's no contest. He just he turned there. I did say there were 2 guards. He turns to the other one, whose name is
Gerg.
Daryl. Gerg. He can't be named Gerg.
Greg and Gerg.
Okay, fine. His name is Gerg. Last name is Gerg. He goes by his last name. Greg says, hey Gerg, look, I'll split this with you 50-50. We can go get a pint. I think Shannon's down at the Lazy Dog right now, right?
Yes.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
And I won't even tell her about this. So I know a lot of people. And then I love telling a good silly story, Greg.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is threatening now.
Greg and Gerg just kind of fist bump, take the money from Orion, unless he was lying about that. Does he hand them the money?
He hands them the money. He's not like noble.
Okay. He they take the money, they split it 50-50, and they just kind of waltz out.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, whatever, kid. And they're gone, and you have free access.
Yes!
Hey guys, do I look like a kid? Like, seriously.
You look significantly younger than us.
Relative to some of us.
Comparatively, I suppose you are a kid.
Would a kid Would a kid magically have stacks of bills?
I'm a rich kid would.
Yes, absolutely.
That does actually sound like something a kid would do with magic. Yeah, says JoJo.
Yeah.
God, man.
Edward says, if I could have magically summoned stacks of money when I was your age, I wouldn't have had to go to accounting college.
Damn, Edward.
Fair point. Fair point.
Oh, Edward.
Edward, you know you had a myriad of choices. You chose accounting, sir, didn't it?
I mean, accounting's a good job, I hear, from Wadsworth.
I don't know how to respond to any of this, so I'm just going to walk inside.
Good courage. Good courage, Edward. Yes. Yes. Good job.
You know, when you say that, it's actually pretty patronizing, Margie. And I don't mean to be rude, but I'm trying to be courageous and say what I think here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for saying that. Please forgive me.
Edward, you don't understand. I am here to challenge you, and you are stepping right up. I love it. I love to see it.
Oh,
Carry on.
okay. Okay. Anyways, do you enter the castle?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Orion's gonna put his purple glasses on because fuck green glasses. He's putting on his purple ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a statement.
Are the rest of you just ignoring the goggles then? Or, Viola, you have some magically summoned ones. Are you putting those on
Yes.
to keep up appearances?
Yep. Because I'm a good witch, and so I'm going to keep playing the good witch.
Yeah, I think Dorothy. Did you summon multiple pairs?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay, yeah, Dorothy will happily take some and then marvel at how, oh my, everything in this place is made of emerald.
It is. That's why they call it the Emerald City.
Wow,
Fucking LSD glasses.
I don't know what that is. And she happily skips inside, and Edward's like, oh, I guess we're doing this again, and starts skipping in after her.
Oh.
We're a remarkably good skipper.
And then the Scarecrow starts skipping, and then JoJo says, "Ugh, fuck it, we've gone this far, and starts skipping in after them for the kids' sake.
Aw.
I love him.
We hear JoJo's joints cracking with every skip because they've done taking a beating.
Me on a regular day, am I right?
God, yeah. Okay.
Earl really is the Tin Man. Someone oil this guy.
Well, this guy. Tabs has got to take some and tentatively wear them, by the way. He's curious.
More like tentatively wear them.
Yeah.
Tentatively. Like,
You
'cause they're
tried.
tinted green. I
Uh-huh.
tried and I succeeded.
Is
Good
Tabs
job.
colorblind?
Oh,
Is
that's a good point. What colors do foxes see?
Hold on.
Oh.
Google.
Sorry, I didn't mean to send us in a Google hole. I just wondered if Tabs was colorblind.
I know we did this with horses back in like episode 2.
he might be.
I mean, he doesn't have to be either way. He has a human body.
I'll think on it.
Yeah, no, they see blue and yellow, same as dogs.
He might be leaning on colorblind.
Okay.
The magic makes you see colors correctly for a little bit.
We get to season 2 and he has glasses.
Incredible. You finally enter this castle, and you see, weirdly enough, that despite the security guards having been transformed into like these medieval palace guards, the secretary is unchanged, and she just looks so anxious and does not look delighted to see you all back here again.
Is he available?
He's in a meeting currently, but you know what? I don't suppose you're going to summon another stack of cash, because I saw that from here, and I could, after the day I've had.
You know what? Here. Another $1,000. Let's go.
Get yourself a pint at the Lazy Dog. Shannon's down there. You know who she is.
I can't abandon post.
Girlfriend, look at where you are. Look at where you are. Look at who you're looking at. Look at what you're doing. Is this how you want to spend your day? Do you think this is productive?
I'm gonna have you roll another check, but you're gonna have an extra d6 because this woman is so tired.
Ryan's about to have to make a retirement plan for literally everyone who works under Noble. Just get them out of there.
What are you rolling with, Margie?
I'm rolling with reason, and I've got 2 in that already.
Okay. So plus 1d6.
So I'll be rolling at 3d6. Mm-hmm. And I got 6.
Nice. Yeah. I don't think she fully leaves her post, but she does absolutely wave you through. She presses a button, the door buzzes and unlocks.
Thank you.
And she says, "Just don't mention me. Thanks for the cash, I guess. Oh
my. What? Wait, hold on. What's your name, real quick?
Oh God, I'm so bad at coming up with names.
Please make some sort of other version of Edward, because I swear to God, that's the only reason I asked, because they sounded like Edward.
Sydney?
My name is
Ivy?
Eduardolina. No.
Freya? Layla?
Oh God, Layla. That's too close to Leela.
Oh, Freya?
My name is Gwen. They know me, and she gestures over to Viola and Margie, who probably aren't like super familiar with her, but you've definitely seen her around town because you're locals.
Margie's probably seen her the most because she's like constantly butting heads with John Noble.
True.
Well, Gwen, I hope you have a better day than this. All this weird stuff.
You know, me too.
Okay, thank you.
Do you head upstairs?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Orion's kind of leading the way.
All right, you get upstairs. You get through the booby traps to John Noble's. There's no booby traps. I don't know why I said that. You get to John Noble's office, and you actually hear, kind of, not quite shouting, but like raised voices inside. Do you open the door, or do you eavesdrop, or what?
What kind of door is it?
Oh right, it's a castle right now, so I guess it's just a heavy oak door.
Damn, no kicking it open. No being cool.
I mean, it's not as heavy as the outside doors.
Yeah, Viola wants to listen.
Oh yeah, we're listening.
Tabs does too.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, right before Orion kicks the door, I think either Viola or Tabs would stop him, and he'd be like, "Okay, later," and he'll just like back up so y'all can listen.
Yeah. Destroy property after.
He was gonna break his ankle again by trying to kick down this door.
Literally.
Sure, who cares? Yeah, he doesn't care. He wants to be cool.
All right. Yeah, you hear from his. Why did I even offer for you to eavesdrop? Now I have to talk to myself. You hear John Noble's voice first, and he's like kind of halfway through a sentence, and he says, "Care what you want? I'm doing this for me, and I am going to succeed here, and it is going to give me so much more power than you could ever imagine." And then you hear another voice say, "Noble, I don't care about you. I care about my damn pharmacy being turned into a fucking castle. I can't. Do you think that's FDA approved for a pharmacy? Is having a castle?" Samantha Youse and John Noble seem to be going at it.
Oh dear.
She is a strong one. She can hold her own.
Yeah, she really can. We should probably save her. Not that she needs saving, but that no one should be in a room with that man longer than they need to be alone.
That's accurate, yes.
So true.
Okay. Orion, do you try to kick down the door, or are you just gonna let Edward open it?
Actually, we're gonna let Edward have the moment. We're gonna let Edward
Okay.
swing open the door.
Yeah, he just he doesn't have a cool badass moment where he like swings open the door and saunters through. He just kind of tentatively pokes at it and then pushes it slowly open, and it creaks really loudly. It's super awkward, and all the eyes turn to him. And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, we're back."
Margie follows Edward in and she goes, John Noble, this is exactly why you'll never get a TV deal. And she's like gesturing to all the castliness of this building.
Yeah, I think inside you see indeed Samantha Youse and John Noble. And Samantha turns and sees Edward first, and she goes, "Oh, good, Edward's here. Okay, hey, Edward." And Edward kind of waves a little sad, and he says, "Hey, Samantha." And then John Noble, he turns around in his chair so that he can dramatically turn. No, I'm kidding. He can't make that happen organically here. Not this time. Yeah, I think John Noble looks at you all a little bit peeved, and he just says, "Come in."
Right, we've returned with proof. So if you will help get Dorothy home.
Oh, right, her broom.
A hat.
I thought we agreed on a broom.
Yeah, well, she didn't have one.
And I thought I agreed on a full house, but you know.
Damn, that's a good line. Okay. Uh,
That's a good one.
I think. Oh no, I don't want to do that to Killian.
What?
Uh-oh. Do it.
No, I was gonna say John Noble's attention turns to Tabitha because I think they're the only pair that hasn't interacted. Like Tabs is the only one that hasn't really interacted with Noble yet,
Yeah, no.
and he just kind of squints at you and he says, "And who are you?"
Oh.
A friend, obviously.
I don't believe this is about me right now. We're here to turn in our quest.
Hmm. Okay. Well, unfortunately, and he's saying this as he's punching numbers into his safe. And he pulls out the book and he says, "Unfortunately, we did agree on a broom, not a hat. So I think I'm going to be keeping this. I'm not in love with the castle aesthetic, but I am in love with this." And he's going to cast a spell.
Oh! No!
Fuck, I also want to cast a spell. I wanted to cast Red. Red!
Oh man. I also want to cast a spell to try to counter his ass.
Fuck.
What's this man doing?
All right.
Oh wait, he has speaker powers. Fuck.
Let's see.
I think we glossed over that. A wizard's not supposed to actually be a wizard.
Yeah, he's gonna cast a spell with his renown, kind of betting on how, in this case, hated he is. But still, you know.
Lower a little dog, please.
Oh wow, I got a lot of letters.
Oh.
He's actually
The goal is just to kind of show
Oh.
off that he has magic here.
Oh, you have magic. So does everybody in this fucking room. Sorry, that's not Margie saying that. That was me saying that as Margie, but not Margie herself.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be what Orion says. You took our words right out of Orion's mouth.
I am down to hear any suggestions, any and all.
No, you're not getting suggestions.
I mean, I love a good story, so let's see. Obviously.
Oh,
I can spell
God.
doom.
Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah, homo.
Man, a bunch of very scary things in there. No.
Homo is good.
Points at you and gaze your sexuality. Next up, he's gonna trans your gender.
Oh, not my gender.
There are a lot of options here. I might just do what I did last time and go with the first one I thought of, which was Doom.
Oh, but that's so vague. That's so vague, though.
Now we have poor Doom Eternal.
But very general.
Do I want to actually deal spirit damage? I don't think so. I think he just snaps his fingers and words begin to fill the air, and you all feel this not impactful, but definitely present sense of like foreboding in the room as you realize that this not exactly nice or good person has indeed gotten some semblance of magic. It's very vague. It's kind of unsteady in this moment, as if it's not quite as settled in as your magic. But you do feel like, oh, this could spell out our doom if this goes unaddressed.
Does it have to be that specific copy that we need to have? Like, doesn't the library also have one?
I think it has to be that specific copy, though, doesn't it?
That specific copy?
From
Yeah.
the previous manifestation, it was the specific magical book, and not just any copy.
Okay, and he has it in his hand.
Yes.
Okay, Margie's gonna do the exact same thing that she did with the witch and the witch's cap. And so Margie and I, obviously because we're different people, would like to cast Red. And she's gonna do her whole like pitching moment.
Okay, and what is the exact goal of this?
To get rid of the book, or at least like, I don't know, out of his hands. I am stretching it, unfortunately.
I would like to say that if Margie succeeds,
Mhm.
and the book flies from his
Mhm.
hands, when it does, Viola is going to cast Decoy
Okay.
and create multiple copies of the book that all appear at about the same time in about the same place.
Oh, I would love to do
Okay.
combo moves. Holy shit!
That's cool as fuck.
I do like that. Okay. You sold me.
Yes. But first, I have to see.
Let me see what he will be resisting with.
Red is with grit, by the way.
I think he will be resisting with style, as he's very clearly trying to like show off his sense of style. So let me roll that first. That's just 2d6.
Okay.
No rolls, dog.
Oh, he got a 6 and a 3.
Well, it's just 1/6.
Oh.
So you just need to hit a 6.
Okay. I also hit a 6.
Nice!
Yach.
Yes!
Let's go.
So you're
And-
pitching this sort of airball
Yep.
again?
At his hand.
Yeah, the book flies out of his hand and he kind of like glances over at it, panic. He's like, ah, shit.
And yeah, Viola is going to click her pen and manifest a half dozen copies of the book.
Okay,
And
I think... Would that be... Yeah, I think since this is a tense situation with an actual, like, significant chance of failure here, it will be a check. I don't think it's going to be defended, though. I think it'll just be an average difficulty of 4. Okay.
It's a 4 and a 6.
Hell yeah, y'all
Nice.
are on fire.
I want to add to this combo train of
Okay.
Orion using Learn to learn which book is the actual real book. So he has
Okay.
that in his pocket, so he knows which one's real.
Okay, yeah, roll that up.
My Learn is 4, so 4 dice in the cup. Let's go. That is a 6, a 5, a 2, and a 1.
Okay, yeah, you, what does this look like? Is it just like in your vision it kind of lights up or something?
Yeah, in my vision, it kind of like just starts doing the little purple glow like it did before with the ping, but it's just to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and I think, honestly, I think once you kind of tap into the magic of this book, it's a little bit overwhelming because it's so potently magical. But you definitely have a good grasp on which one is which. And John Noble, he's kind of fighting between scrambling to the floor and trying to figure out which one is which versus trying to keep his cool. I think he ends up going with the latter, and he just kind of scoffs and he says, I don't know what you think you're doing, but it's just kind of pathetic. Tabs, what are you doing during all this?
I think that he's kind of taken a back seat because he doesn't know this man as well as the others and is kind of at a loss for what to do, you know? Because, like,
Fair
clearly they know how to, like, tackle this a little bit better than he does. And he does not know this man in any way.
Okay, fair enough.
Margie says, if you've ever been personally victimized by John Noble, fucking shut up!
yeah, Margie.
In honor of Mean Girls Day, because it is October 3rd, you guys.
The listeners don't know that.
Well, I've just informed them, so
Okay, that's
Marty's
fine.
starting a
Sure.
riot, guys.
Well, I think Viola will step forward into the pile and make a show of looking and deliberately picking up a book and holding
Okay.
it close to her chest and turning to him.
Is it the right book?
It's just a random one, right?
Yeah, it's just a random one.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at you, and you don't see fear in his eyes. You see maybe the slightest twinge of panic.
Right. Now we're going to send this little girl home. Aren't we, Mr. Noble? The wonderful wizard.
I was going to do that to begin with. You didn't let me finish.
Right.
Doubtful.
Well, please, get on with it. You have brains and a heart and courage to distribute. And she gestures towards the other folks who are there. If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Wizard.
Yeah, he is like grinding his teeth. Oren, you had something you wanted to do before he...
Yes, I would like to make a new spell really quick.
For what purpose?
Is that's the actual book still on the ground?
Yes, I think you see that it's a little bit behind Viola.
I'm still going to try and get it with magic, so let me just test. What do we think this would be a good... I mean, it could either be daring, scheme, or reason. What do y'all think?
I mean, I will say you have the spell Gain. I don't think it would normally work for the magic book, but I think because you've set yourself up so nicely here, I would allow it to work. It would just be a DC of 6.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought I needed like a whole new spell to grab that thing.
No, I think normally for the sort of quest item book, it's not something you can easily do. But you've cast like 4 spells to get here.
Let's see, can I get a +1 since I know exactly what book I'm grabbing?
I think that's part of what is allowing you to do this in the first place.
Okay, so no +1, but that's fine. Let me just load this up with 3. Okay, dice, don't fail me. 6, 6, 2.
Okay.
I love this dice cut, guys.
What does this look like?
Basically, the book, like, slightly behind Viola, just kind of, like, poofs in, like, a little bit of a purple shimmer, and then it's just, like, in the hand behind Orion's back where Tabs can see it, because I presume Tabs is in, like, the back of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Orion's just going to have, like, one hand behind his back. The book is gonna like suddenly poof away from the area and appear in his hands, and he's gonna kind of like shake it to get Tab's attention.
Is he trying to get Tabs to take it?
Yep, he wants to keep both hands free in case Noble does more magic shit.
Tabs is going to grab it and kind of slink toward the back of the group.
Okay.
We're comboing on him.
Yeah, I think Noble is thoroughly distracted by Viola. I already kind of established that. So I guess this won't be a roll.
Yay!
Y'all are working together really well here.
We just gotta have like a common person that we hate with all our being, and we don't think is redeemable.
Hatred binds better than love. That's the moral of the story. No, that can't be the moral of the story. Back to John Noble and Viola. Noble is just kind of grinding his teeth, and he says, "Yes, to you, Scarecrow, I bestow you brains. You're smart now. Good job." And he's not like getting up and doing anything to the Scarecrow. He just kind of waves a hand at him. But the Scarecrow perks up and says, "Well, your magic is really subtle, but I can feel it taking effect."
Wait, placebo is a sign of smart people.
Lovely.
And then he turns to Jojo and says, "And to you, Tin Man, I bestow upon you a heart." And Jojo starts to flip him off, but then thinks better of it and kind of uses his other hand to cover Dorothy's eyes and then flips him off. And he says, but for Dorothy's sake, he says, Gee, thanks. I can feel my new heart beating with love and affection. And then he flips him off again. Then he turns to Edward and says, Edward, Guy, my man, are we really doing this? And Edward says, I would like my courage, please.
Yeah, you get him, Edward.
Good job, Edward.
Yeah, to the cowardly accountant lion person, I bestow courage. And, here, you want some liquid courage? And he, like, tosses him a mini water bottle from a mini fridge under his desk. And Edward chugs it and then says, wow, I feel so hydrated and also courageous. Okay. With that, I have something to... And he turns to Samantha Youse. And he kind of gestures to the back of the room and says, Can we talk, please? And Samantha gets really worried, but kind of walks over a little bit out of the room with him. So that's happening in the background. I don't think any of you can hear unless one of you wants to, like, break away, but they're having some kind of talk.
Viola really wants to, but
I want to so bad.
Oh, Margie, please, Margie, like either Tabitha or Margie, because Margie is a fucking godsend.
No, Margie needs to.
Okay.
yeah, it does feel like a Margie thing.
Yeah.
It does, and Tabs is focused on this book.
Margie kind of shuffles until she's behind Dorothy, so Dorothy wouldn't see her put two middle fingers up to John Noble. And then she kind of just hovers by the door and listens.
Yeah, you missed the first little bit, but you hear Samantha say, Eddie, it's okay, you don't have to. No, I do have to. I just... Listen, I still love you, I still care about you, but I want you to know I support you, and even though we're divorced, and I'm gonna be honest, it's been really hard, I want to see you happy. And it's been hard to say that, but I'm trying to be courageous now. And he kind of holds up, you can kind of see around the corner, he's holding up the little empty water bottle. And he says, I just want to see you happy. So if that means that you're with someone else, then go for it. Because I love you, but I don't have to love you like that. And she says, Eddie. And Margie can see them kind of glancing around the corner. She can see them hugging. So anyways, I've been holding on to that reveal for a while. Back in the room, John Noble is just kind of glaring at Viola, not paying any attention to Edward Youse or Samantha Youse.
Dang.
She kept the name. Or he kept the name. I don't know whose last name they went with. Somebody kept the name.
Fun fact for our listeners, only like one of you, I think, will recognize this, but in the Session 0, which is like unlisted on YouTube or something, we introduced Samantha Youse's character with a wedding ring from an antique shop, and it was inscribed to my love, Samantha Y. And we established immediately that she was married, but she got divorced because she was a lesbian and she owns a pharmacy. And those were like the three things we established about her character. It was kind of joking, but we also established in that episode that Edward was a very sad, depressed little guy who was trying to get back out there. But yeah, that's fun. Viola and Tabs and Orion, what are you doing?
I think Orion's just kind of sitting there, kind of looking a little bit like downturned at Noble, just waiting for Noble to say something else.
Viola is frantically reading the story so she can figure out what she's going to do.
Okay. Would you like to roll like a check to figure it out, or are you just...
This is the player who's reading through real quick because...
Okay.
Oh yeah, if anybody does anything with the book in the presence of Noble, I think Orion's going to try and just like get us going away from this motherfucker so they don't know anything. Or at least we keep them from learning anything.
I think Noble will, realizing that he's kind of been gotten here, will turn to Dorothy and say, "Now to get you home.
The balloon. It's the balloon.
Yeah, I don't have a balloon.
Well, you've got magic. You should make one.
What? Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. You expect me to make a hot air balloon?
Yes. And then you get in it and help take Dorothy back to Kansas.
And preferably don't come back.
I thought that doesn't even work. Doesn't like the dog run out or something, and then she misses her chance?
Yeah, that's the whole point. You're not supposed to be the one to do it. You're just supposed to look like you're doing it.
Oh my god, then what was all this for?
Noble,
So
I swear to God,
she
play
can
along.
learn to trust herself. Just make the friggin' balloon.
Okay, he's gonna cast a spell to try and make a balloon in his hand. Just like a regular, like, party balloon.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, he's not happy here. I don't think anyone is super happy here. Except maybe Samantha. She is having a good time, I guess. See, I guess this would be... I could see scheme working. You did knock his scheme down by one earlier. So let's do this. Oh, I did not roll great. Oh, I guess done could work. Like D-O-N-E.
Hmm.
Like done with this part of the story.
End also works.
Oh, end. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I think he will cast end, and a party balloon, a little red balloon, appears in his hand. And he says, "Yippee. What now?" I thought, doesn't she have to like click her heels together and say there's no place like home?
Shh! That's not your job.
He kind of glares at Viola and he says, "If it's not my job, then what have you been bothering me for multiple times today?"
You had to get these other guys their stuff so that she knew that you were a wonderful wizard and could trust you and then learn to trust others. It's a whole thing. Did you not read the book?
I skimmed it.
Okay, well, you need to do better than that next time.
Well, I mean, instead of there being a next time, Noble, if it's such a problem to you, you could just leave town. Yeah, I mean, that would make everybody happy.
I mean, you are supposed to go to Omaha.
Yeah. So how about you go on and skedaddle?
You do realize that you're the ones in my office, right? Just, you know what? I'm gonna, and he stands up from his desk chair, holding onto the balloon, and he just kind of sidesteps a few times. He says, "Look, I'm floating away." And Dorothy gasps and says, "Oh my, this is some really wonderful magic."
Oh,
The balloon's only strong enough to carry him. Oh, Dorothy, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, how am I gonna get home to Kansas?
Don't worry, we'll take care of you, Dorothy.
Are you my new auntie?
Oh, I'm just the good witch. But let's leave this awful Emerald Castle and let's find a way to get you home. Okay?
yeah, kind of gaudy.
Yeah, he just glares.
All right, yeah.
Does everyone start filing out?
I think Margie sort of like clears her throat and like, she's like, "All right, gang, let's go home to Kansas," like really loudly, so Edward and Samantha would know they're coming out and that she hasn't been eavesdropping for the past like 10 minutes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, as you start to file out of the room, you see Edward and Samantha are both kind of wiping at their cheeks. But they give each other a kind of shaky smile and they say, "Okay, yeah, let's get this little girl home. She needs to see her Auntie Em and her uncle
Henry.
Henry? Yeah, Henry.
That's an excellent memory, Edward.
And Samantha kind of ruffles Dorothy's hair and says, "Yes, let me do my job as the good witch and get you home so we can all rest." So you all leave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the last sight of any of you as you're like filing out, and he thinks you're not looking anymore, is him scrambling on the ground trying to find the book, the right one.
Orion's going to kind of slightly laugh and then just leave the door open as he walks back down the stairs.
What if someone is out there listening to this broadcast right now? It's not like there's anything else to listen to in the middle of the apocalypse.
Hey, is this the radio person?
Yeah, it's Mason.
No time. I'm in kind of a pickle right now. I'm surrounded by zombies.
Well, if you can make it to the old mall, there are a bunch of other survivors here.
It could be dangerous.
It's the apocalypse. Everything's dangerous.
Tyram sent me up to be your next interviewee.
Aw, he does care.
He was worried you'd burn them all down if you got bored.
I think I'd rather we both be stuck in the apocalypse together than see them left alone while I escaped.
Yearning for peace in the apocalypse, huh?
Hey, I used to be a pacifist before all this shit went down.
After all, what have you got to lose?
My life?
Amateur worries.
Listen to Apocalypse Radio wherever you get your podcasts.
Until next time, survivors. So what's the game plan from here? Are you going outside and then...
I think Viola would like to take everyone back to the library.
Okay. Yeah, you go that way. Dorothy is still skipping. The Scarecrow is skipping. Jojo starts to skip, but then notices that Edward is very much not skipping. He's just kind of walking next to Samantha. But for once, he doesn't seem like a sad, sad little man. He seems almost content to just be there.
Aww.
You get up to the library and you see that Tom is putting the finishing touches on the mural. It is gorgeous. Again, it's been a while since I first described it. It is an image of a red fox leaping over the "Welcome to Fox Jump" sign in a verdant forest. It's a very simple concept, but something about it just evokes this emotion of like, this is where you are, this is home. And he kind of pulls his earbuds out as he sees you walking up. He's like, "Oh, hey guys, hey Taps."
Hello, Tom.
Is he still listening to the music in his mind that Viola put on him?
No, he switched to actual music. He says, "Yeah, I finished the mural."
Yeah, no, this looks great.
It looks fantastic, Tom.
Thanks for letting me do that. I know John Noble gave you a bunch of trouble for it, and I'm sorry about that, but it's been really nice to just get out of the house.
You should take a picture with it before anything happens, in case something does happen to it, Tom.
Oh, yeah, and he just kind of holds up two peace signs and poses in front of it. He's like, "Are you gonna..."
Does Pat still have Orion's phone, by the way?
Tap's gonna pass it over, I guess, whenever Orion goes to, tap pockets.
Okay, he's going to, snap a picture.
Tom poses a little too long for it to be comfortable, and then it's like, "Oh, you didn't have your the shutter sound on, so..."
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thanks. I hope it doesn't get destroyed, but can you just send that to me and I'll punch in my number?
Okay, here. He kind of, lightly tosses his phone.
Tom fumbles it but catches it at the last second.
we hear the phone voice like, "Hey, why you dropping me?"
No, I don't want to freak Tom out again. I think he doesn't activate the Siri phone spell.
Thank God.
He does. What is your background on your phone? Just out of curiosity. Is it like a picture of you and your friends, maybe?
It's going to be of the van that they were all traveling in. it has like all the stuff on it that would make it easily recognizable.
Yeah, he punches in his number and then, kind of out of habit, hits the home button. And then he stares at the screen and he looks up at Orion. And then he looks back down at the screen and he looks up at Orion and he's like, holy shit. Holy shit. You're a Petrichor fan too?
Yeah.
I haven't met anyone else. Everyone thinks they're too, like, new age or whatever, but oh my god, this is so cool. Okay, we have to hang out. What's your favorite song by them? And I'm putting Grim on the spot.
Back to me, please. I swear to God. Names, kill me, guys.
Oh, I love Kill Me Guys.
Really? You're gonna take that?
My favorite!
Yeah, Names Kills Me Guys was honestly underrated in my opinion. I know like a lot of their songs went viral on TikTok, but yeah, this is what we're going with, by the way. But yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
It was so like conceptual.
Yeah, I think that was the guitarist's idea to make that song.
Yeah, God, what was that guy's name?
I think something like Kai. Yeah, Kai rings a bell.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't been posting for a while.
I know, God, it sucks. They just kind of went off the map. Like, I don't know what happened, but...
Yeah. Well...
I was hoping to see them on tour, but obviously they're never gonna pass through a small town like this.
I mean, I don't know. This seems kind of their style.
Oh, well, maybe someday. Maybe they'll have a reunion tour.
One day.
Okay. You guys seem busy. Yeah, we should catch up later. And he kind of finger guns you.
Can I have my phone real quick though? And he kind of like puts his hand out for his phone. It's still like not like awkwardly or anything. He's like genuinely kind of smiling, not genuinely. Tabs might think it looks a little forced, but to other people it looks genuine.
Damn. Yeah, Tom just kind of happily hands you your phone and then goes back to looking at the mural, like an NPC that you finished your speech interaction with.
You should look into going into like art full time. You might actually, yeah, you could probably make a good name for yourself by doing that.
Thanks. God, I would love that. My parents would not.
Yeah, who cares about parents?
Lots of people.
Yeah. This is a conversation for another time, and he kind of glances awkwardly at the entire party of people just staring at the two of you as you just kind of chit-chat about music and art. Because you were kind of in a hurry.
Okay, Orion's gonna take the hint and just be like, okay, have fun.
Yeah, you too. What was your name again?
Rin. He's gonna use his middle name, which is Rin.
Oh.
Which is not noticeable, except for the people who know his name is Orion.
I think while the two of them were having that conversation, Viola still has the not real book in her hands, but it's got the story in it. And she's flipped to the end of it and has sort of tried to pass it over to Samantha so that she knows how the story is supposed to end in the book, not in the movie, so that she can do her Glinda the Good Witch shtick for the kid.
I think the Tabs will take that moment whenever you're passing it over to kind of notice this and walk over with the actual book and offer it to you, Viola. Viola, this is the correct one. It was given to me by Orion.
Oh, good. Good. I was hoping that you guys had managed to do that. I really didn't want to leave it with him, but wonderful, wonderful.
No, we definitely not.
Okay, great. She's very pleased that they have the right book.
Yeah. I think Samantha is kind of muttering as she skims over the book. It's like, okay. Let's see. Right. Dorothy. Yes, ma'am? Your silver shoes will carry you over the desert, replied Glenn. Oh, I don't say that part. If you had known their power, you could have gone back to your Aunt Em the very first day you came to this country. And then everyone just kind of stares at her. And then she kind of nudges the Scarecrow, and he's like, "Oh, but I should not have had my wonderful brains. I might have passed my whole life in the farmer's cornfield." And then she points at Jojo like, "Go." He's like, "I wouldn't have my heart." Again, guys, that's kind of insulting. And she kind of glares at him. "I might have been a lousy police officer till the end of the world." Edward gets his cue immediately. And I should have lived as a coward forever and been really depressed about thinking I lost something that I didn't really lose. And he locks eyes with Samantha, and they kind of smile at each other. And also, I would have been a little kitty cat. Meow. And Dorothy is eating all this up. And she says, "This is all true. And I'm glad I was of use to these good friends. But now that each of them has had what he most desired, I think I should like to go back to Kansas, please." And Samantha says, nailed your lines. The Silver Shoes. Yeah, okay, I remember this part. The Silver Shoes have wonderful powers. They can carry you to any place in the world in 3 steps. Wink of an eye. Just knock your heels together 3 times and command the shoes to carry you wherever you wish to go. If that is so, I will ask them to carry me back to Kansas at once. And she throws her arms around Edward and gives him a big ol' hug. And then she gives Jojo a big ol' hug, and he looks a little awkward at first, but then he kind of goes, what the hell? And he just kind of pats her on the back and says, "It was nice working with you, kid." And then she hugs the Scarecrow and sneezes a little at the straw. And she's kind of crying to herself, but it's joyful tears as well as sorrow. Because she's leaving behind these new friends she's made, but she knows she's going back home, and she'll always carry these memories with her. Samantha, the Good Witch of the South, does not give her a goodbye kiss. She just gives her a goodbye high five. And Dorothy thanks her, holding Toto, who kind of yaps and is panting excitedly. She claps the heels of her shoes together 3 times. "Take me home to Aunt Em." And she disappears in a gust of wind. That was pretty
Thank
wild.
goodness.
What now?
Yeah.
Well, I think this would be an excellent time to go sample some of Margie's latest mead.
Absolutely. Thank you, Viola. That was my exact thought. Oh,
Brian has returned to the group, and he's kind of making sure that the Scarecrow just isn't still here, or something.
Oh no, the Scarecrow's still there. Everyone's looking at you. They don't feel any different. Oh, was there something else you had to do? Do I also go to Oz?
Oh,
I think
Oh.
that you need to get the monkeys to take you back.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with that book there? And he kind of points at the book in your hands.
oh, is this random NPC dialogue?
Viola's going to open up the book and flip through to the end and see if there's anything that indicates what the Scarecrow needs to have done so that he can go away to end his story nicely.
It's really just saying goodbye to Dorothy, so it's kind of weird that
Oh.
he's still around.
Margie goes up to the Scarecrow and she's like, Fox Jumps is a lovely place. If we somehow do not find you our way home, you're always welcome here. In fact, I know a farmer who may use your help, He's got some pesky birds flying around.
Oh. Well, I think I've kind of outgrown that job.
Well, you don't have to scare them, of course. Like, you could always use your brain to, I don't know.
Beat them at checkers?
Sure. Yeah.
Dude, I would love to see the Scarecrow and Eagle playing checkers.
Fan art, please. Please, fan art.
I got you! I've already made one silly eagle drawing this week.
It's true.
But I do have something I'd like to do as Tabs.
Okay, go
Because
for it.
I want to like walk back down the street and see if I can like see the castle and see if it has changed appearance.
It is still in its actual castle form. So it appears that while Dorothy is gone, whatever manifestation, whatever magic is at play has not been sort of satisfied yet.
Tabs is gonna kind of wave his arms and gesture toward the others. The scarecrow is not the only thing that's still around, everyone.
Oh dear. Okay, what did we miss? What did we miss?
The castle is still a castle now.
Viola, what did you do to forcefully send everyone home last time?
I don't remember.
We wrote the story.
You didn't write in the book?
Yeah, we wrote that story.
I thought we Viola wrote down something. It didn't work, but then did something else to the book, and it forcefully made everyone kind of turn into words and just disappear,
Yeah.
and all the manifestations went back to normal.
I will jog your memory because I know it's just been a long time since we've done this. Viola read the last line of the book and imbued it with her magic, and that was enough to sort of end the story.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so Viola opens up the magic book, and she's just sort of clicking her pen instinctively because that's what she does. Chapter 24, Home Again. Aunt Em had just come out of the house to water the cabbages when she looked up and saw Dorothy running toward her. "My darling child," she cried, folding the little girl in her arms and covering her face with kisses. "Where in the world did you come from?" "From the land of Oz," said Dorothy gravely. "And here is Toto, too. And oh, Aunt Em, I'm so glad to be at home again."
All right. I do think this is going to be a roll just to see how successful you do this.
I want to grant a boon.
Okay, yeah. We did this last time where everyone kind of lent their magics here. So how do you grant a boon to Viola here?
Can I use free as my spell to grant a boon?
In what way?
Free us from this manifestation?
I was gonna say that Margie still has the spell rid, like getting rid of the scarecrow.
Okay. So last time it was boosting Viola with encouragement and lending her magic. This time it's like, God, I'm so tired of this bullshit. Let's just get rid of it. I see how it is.
We all got hurt this time around.
Yeah.
It wasn't
fair.
as...
This was a much tougher one.
And we had to deal with Noble a lot more.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll your free and your rid to see how many bonus dice you grant Viola. Abs, are you granting a boon as well?
I would need to cast a new spell.
You can do that if you want. It's up to you.
I want to see how everyone else does, I think.
Okay.
Opening the dice cup. That is a 5. Ooh,
Oh
pretty.
Jesus! I got a 3 and a 6 again. 6.
Nice. Okay. So each of you got 1 success, 1 4+?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 2 extra dice for Viola. Viola, what would you be rolling with? I think feeling last time. But
Yeah, feeling sounds right.
All right. So that's how many dice to begin with?
That is 5d6.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think I will do it.
I will say this is going to be an epic challenge of 2, so you need to hit 2 4s.
Okay.
To have the full effect. I think you'll have a partial. Oh my god, okay.
2 6s, 2 5s, and a 2.
Nice!
Okay.
Let's go!
Just as a little behind the curtain, if you had only gotten 1 5, it would have ended the manifestation, but had some interesting leftovers.
Yeah, we ain't leaving anything for Noble.
But no, you very thoroughly end this. I think you read this off, and you read those final words of, "I'm so glad to be at home again." And behind you, the mural of the Fox Jump sign with the fox just kind of reminds you that you are home. But not all of you. The scarecrow begins to turn into words in place of his straw and his painted-on face and his blue-topped shoes. And he says, "It's been an honor learning with you all." And he fades away. Each of the storybook characters, they don't fade away. That would be a loss of pretty much all the NPCs in town. But they kind of shiver, including Snooki on your shoulder, who I don't think has been as active as I kind of expected her to be, but that's on me.
They were kind of upset after they failed dropping a keg. They were just kind of hiding.
They were hanging out with all their field mice peasants. She was.
Peasants.
Busy being a queen.
Dang.
Yeah. No. But they all kind of shiver, and the faintest bits of words come off of them and then fade into nothingness. Down the street, Tabs can see that the castle sort of contorts and shifts back into its regular sort of glass, steel, and concrete building form. And the manifestation, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum, is concluded.
Woo!
Ryan, this is in character, by the way. Thank God.
Eliog says, "You're welcome." No.
Yeah, he really thought about saying Ileog, but he decided against it.
Damn. Goodness. I feel like we could close here. Does anyone want to give a killer end line? Otherwise, I can just end with the last thing I said.
I have no liners.
I think that maybe Viola looks over to Samantha, who's standing next to Edward, and it's hard for anyone to tell exactly who she's talking to, but she raises an eyebrow and says, "Should we go get a drink now?"
Edward and Samantha say in unison, I would like that. Hear me out. Viola's bisexual. She dates both of them.
She has 2 hands.
I mean, part 1 is true, so.
Julian, no.
She has 2 hands, you guys.
Oh, goodness.